Today we are here with Keith Freeman. Am I saying that right?
Keith Freeman, yes indeed.
So yes, and we are discussing the new hip hop culture. So shout out to Keith, shout out to everybody that's in the building, shout out to Sunshine Monet, shout out to Ganja Forma.
What's up?
So how you feeling today, Keith?
Good, I'm good. I can't complain, man. You know,
That's good.
another day, another opportunity. I'm good. Like yourself.
I'm feeling great. I'm not feeling my hair today, but you know, man.
Sure, you gotta charge that to the game. You know?
Hey.
Charge that to the game.
So tell us a little bit about you. Where are you from?
From Westfield, right out here.
Okay.
Man, listen, I'm pretty much just an example of perseverance. You know what I mean? I'm just an example of somebody that's dreaming big. That's just that's trying to make my presence felt. That's the motto for my brand that I own, Team Ghostly LLC. You know what I mean? I feel like myself and plenty of other people in this world that we all have something to offer. We all bring something to the table, despite whatever anybody says, anybody sees or buys or support, whatever the case is. We all bring something to the table. So I'm just somebody who, man, my whole life just has been a struggle. It's been a grind, you know what I mean, since a kid, since a baby. So I'm just an example of just perseverance. I just want people to look at me and get motivated. You know what I mean? Like I fall and pick myself up, not just for myself, but so other people can see that they can be done.
Right, absolutely. You put it all in your music. I know I was listening to a few of your songs once you sent me your link, and I was like, okay, Keith. Like I'm definitely feeling it. It's all, I love hip hop, but the hip hop culture, it has like a really ill effect on our communities right now. So how you feel about the new hip hop culture and what's evolving, especially here in Philadelphia?
I mean, I honestly, like, I respect and I appreciate all artists and craft and, what they decide to do, whatever the case is. My thing is we just need more I feel like the kind of music that I make.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not that, it's really not that people push the other kind of, like, the music that you may be referring to.
Right.
It's not that get pushed more. It's just, it's not enough of the music being made that I like to make or that Sunshine can make. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So people, they want to be a part of a trend. They want to create a certain image. So they want to create, certain music. So for me, I just want to do my part. You know what I mean? I don't take anything away from anybody that does, anything with their music. At the end of the day, it's times that I listen to stuff that I know that for a fact I wouldn't make.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So I still appreciate it, but I just feel like it's just need to be more of us that's willing to use our platforms for more of a positive impact, opposed to just like trying to gain an interest.
Right,
Yeah,
just do
what I
what
mean?
sells.
Yeah,
It's all about money.
exactly.
I feel like that's one of the biggest flaws in the hip hop culture is, it's all based around money. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's like, if you're not talking about what they're putting out there to sell, you don't have a real big platform. That's why we have to create our own platform. And I think we're doing pretty good here in Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? Creating platforms for our people. The music that's, coming out now, the artists that's coming out now, I've never seen anything like it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm amazed.
Philly has always been an artistic city. You know what I mean? There's a lot of history, a lot of roots go back to out here when it comes to music and artists. And so it really gets frustrating at times when you hear artists from out here try to sound like an artist from Chicago or from down south or something like that, because in all reality, people was taking Philly style across the world. You know what I'm saying? People was taking the Philly style, East Coast style. So, you know what I mean? We always been here with the music and the artistry. We gotta really start using it for a better purpose, man.
Absolutely.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Utilizing our music for a better purpose, because our youth are listening to it. You know what I'm saying? And we don't want to keep putting that same message out there. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like the hip hop culture has our people confused as to who the real enemy is. Like, you know what I'm saying? They got us thinking that, oh, you know, you gotta kill your op and your brother for real. Like, you feel me? And that's not who your op really is.
But see, it's like having ops is something that's cool. Like,
Right.
That's not nothing that's cool. You know, like. And that's like you saying, it's like they brainwashed a little bit because, you know, it's like a flex. It's like having a bunch of ops is like having money in your pocket. Like, it's cool. And at the end of the day, that's not cool having a bunch of people that want to, you know, kill you, or a bunch of people that you see down the street that you gotta be ready to kill. You know,
who wanna live like that?
Exactly. So that's definitely a sickening way of thinking.
Yeah, and like, you know, it's already scary enough for our men, you know, going out into these neighborhoods, and then when you in that type of lifestyle, it's even scarier. You know, I pride myself in being able to, you know, go in any hood in Philadelphia and not have to worry about that. And like, I take care of my grandma, so my grandma's always like, oh, be careful out there, be careful out there. And I'm like, man, y'all don't be doing nothing to get me into no craziness, you know what I'm saying? But that don't really matter nowadays, you know what I'm saying? It don't even matter. You can always be in the wrong place at the wrong time. But I feel like, you know, the more protective you are of your energy and, you know, the people that you keep in your space and stuff like that, I feel like, you know, the less you have to worry about. I don't want to live nowhere where I got to constantly look over my shoulder and be uncomfortable and worried about if this person coming for me, if that person coming for me. We want to live like that.
That's not comfortable.
Yeah. So, how long ago did you start music? How old were you?
Well, I just started officially like making music and doing music a year ago. I dropped The Cure, which was my debut EP, July 31st last year. And then I dropped another EP on my birthday, 0131, January 31st this year.
Oh, that's not
So,
too.
oh yeah?
Yeah.
Where is Gang? Yeah, so
yeah,
it's,
y'all decent.
so I've been like playing around. Like I've been good with rapping for years, like years. So, but it was never purposeful. Like, it was never nothing. Like, I looked at like, I'm not a rapper. Like, rappers, you know, they used to go do this and be that, and do that. So it was like I could rap, but I don't have nothing to rap about.
Right.
But the more older I got, and the more different artists started to influence me and show me that like I could just be myself with music. I decided to, you know, add it, make it another leg for what I was building with my brand and with my because I was doing Instagram content like every day. You know what I mean? That's how Team Ghostly make your presence felt. Another day, another opportunity. You know, every day I was just giving motivation. And it was only 60-second videos on Instagram. So like 3 years later, after the pandemic hit, you know, I just wanted to find a way to give them more. You know what I mean? Find a way to give them more than 60-second Instagram videos. Like, I feel like all that stuff that I was saying, I could put into music, and I could actually be in your car stereo while you're driving to work and stuff like that. So I could actually motivate you more. You know, because I know music is a powerful tool that we all run to for sadness, happiness, party, turn up, whatever the case, whatever emotion. It's a song that somebody got to listen to. So I figure, like, you know, I might as well just start putting motivation in the music. You know, like, I'm not a square, it's not cheesy music, you know what I mean? So I know how to make it sound, you know, real good and still motivation.
Yeah. And our people, we love our music.
Absolutely.
We love our music. Like, we ain't playing about that, you know what I'm saying? That's definitely a good way to tap in with our people, you know what I'm saying? So, who inspires you out of all of the different artists and stuff like that? Whose music do you hear and do you generally like, you know, that's high for it?
And this, I hate for this to sound like it's an answer, but 2013, so I got my, 2013, I'm working in the post office or whatever. Joined a little credit union, I get my first car or whatever. So you know, if anybody know you get your first car, you just looking for songs to play. You just want to drive and blast music. Like, yeah, you could get a rental and just want to just blast whatever music you've been listening to.
Right.
So at the time, I was just like searching for like mixtapes and stuff to listen to. This was that fifth was broken or whatever. So I found Crenshaw, which was a Nipsey Hussle mixtape. Crenshaw and Slauson. So it's like 2013, and I'm trying to put people on, and they like,
Facts.
bull.
Right.
Like, you know, like a couple of my folks, like they actually they caught on to it. So like he was the one who like really made me feel like, oh, alright, I can hang around the dudes that I be around, but at the same time rap what I want to rap about, and still be myself. You know what I mean? Because we all got those friends and families, you know, in the streets or whatever the case is. Some of us just break the mood. So, but we still love them like no other. So, like, I was cool with being myself and being able to make music because it was like, yo, it's a crip, like, like really. But if you hear what he's saying, he's like really on something different. And that's why I was trying to get people to like really listen to what he was saying. But you know, people put on gradually, whatever the case is. But he's definitely a big influence.
Yeah, he's definitely. I feel like he's definitely a big influencer in the hip hop culture. You know what I'm saying? As far as encouraging our men to like, you know, really put their heart in their music. You know, because anybody can get up there and rap about drugs, money, and you know all that stuff. It's so easy. Foreign cars, all that. They be rapping about foreign cars and be on a bus.
And I be like, this, you know, man, I promise you, it's bad for me sometimes because I really be like that's it's so easy. Like I can really sit up there and rap for hours about stuff that I don't have, never have done, don't want to do with nothing. And like it'll be hot.
And everybody will be on it.
No, it's gonna be people that know me and be like,
bruh,
what the are you talking about? You get what I'm saying? And that's always been my thing. And I'm not comfortable with that. That's not me, so I can't put that out there. But it's salute to the people who can, man, because it get them far, I guess.
I feel like in a day and time where everybody's talking about being real and you know what I'm saying, I feel like it's the fakest thing to promote and encourage that type of behavior when you sending your children to college. Like, you feel what I'm saying? You don't leave your house without a bunch of security, but you're promoting and encouraging our children, putting out music for our children to, you know, do everything except for the right stuff. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
One of the things with my music that I was proud of was like my nieces could listen to my music. I mean, my homie kids could listen to my music. All my folks' kids, you know, they know my music. You know what I'm saying? So that was something that was like, I was like, that's a heavy flex.
Yes, that is.
You know, that's really how a lot of artists build up by getting the younger generation. But you know, knowing that I don't have to sell them nothing that I wouldn't sell my own kids is you know, that's something I'm proud of the most.
Absolutely. Do you have children? I do know your nephew, right? Crown Jewel's son.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and I know I do know that y'all. Yes, did you know that? Did you know that this is? Yes, he is amazing. Jay is the best. Okay, so I know that you definitely come from like a musically inclined family because baby. That little boy voice. Yes, it give you chills. Like he is such a character. He is amazing. So, you know, yeah, that's what's up. So what do you see yourself doing next? What's coming up for Key Spring?
So it's a few things in the works. I'm working on a few projects or whatever the case is musically. Thinking about just doing some singles or just another small EP to put out there for the fall or whatever the case is. It's been a while. Also supposed to be I'll be in Yoke with the Gun Down, hip hop symphony.
Okay, when is that?
It's that starts in November. November the 5th, 6th. It's forgot the so the McLean Foundation is behind it. Is one of the people behind it. That's who got me to it, or whatever the case. But it's it's like musical. It's a hip hop musical about
Okay.
anti-violence, about putting the gun down. Basically, that's the title of it. So we are actually in the midst of starting rehearsals with that.
You excited?
Yeah, man, because it's funny, but I tell people I gotta get my Denzel on there.
Yeah, I see you posted that you was ready to start doing some modeling.
Yeah, I'm ready to do all those avenues.
Okay, well, definitely. I got some people you can tap in with. You gotta check out Idolatry. That's some of my partners I work with. But they have a modeling and talent agency, and they teach you everything from walking and everything. So yeah, definitely tap in with them.
That was something my mom was always big on it. You should be a mom.
Right.
Mom. So yeah, she been going for years. So that's one of those.
So you want to take
Yeah. Make a little proud with them.
Right. Absolutely.
But and the merchandise is always available. Teamposting.com merchandise. So I'm constantly working on. I'll be doing so much that I really need to just focus on one thing at a time. So
yeah, it's hard to find that structure and how can I say it? Just find a balance. Yeah, balance is hard, especially when you're an entrepreneur. You're an artist. You do multiple things. Like it's hard. I don't know anybody in particular that has multiple businesses or that's an artist or entrepreneur that has found that balance. So if y'all did find it, you can hook us up with some information. Ain't none of us found a balance. You found balance yet?
We going to.
Look how she looking at me. No, girl.
I'm still
I
tired.
don't think we ever will. Like, I don't think we ever will. Like, it's just so much. Even when I lay down that night, my mind like, yo, you can do this, you can do that. This, call this person, call that person.
They should be sending you voice messages at like 1 o'clock in the morning, like, before I forget.
Yes, that is so me. That is so me. I will text you at 1 o'clock in the morning, like, yo, got a business proposal for you. I hit you in the morning though, because I don't want to forget. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, definitely finding that balance. That is hard. Like, that's super hard. So what's recently that you've done? What's something recent that you've done?
Musically, so I put out a few freestyles recently.
Okay.
On my YouTube channel. It's Proud as the Devil was the last freestyle I put out there. That was pretty dope. But my last project was the one I put out on my birthday.
Okay.
The 0131 that I put out this year. And that's that project actually is it's very different from my first one. They're two different projects, but they're both very good. They both meet their purpose.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But my second project just showed more growth, more versatility as an artist, and then just finding a way to be more creative with getting into our people's mindset. You know what I mean? A little bopping, little certain kind of beats here and there, certain kind of flows that that I just know we rock with. But at the same time, the words I'm saying is not the words you expect to hear on a song like that. So that's my latest project I put out. But like I said, I just started a year ago, so for real, all my stuff is recent. All my stuff is really new. It's millions and millions of people who haven't heard it yet. And every time I do a performance somewhere where people hear it, it's a new reaction. It's a new feeling that I get. So one thing about artists, a lot of us try to do is we try to just like we keep putting out music, and sometimes we could bury our own music. Sometimes we could just put out too much music, and it's like we want quality over quantity. You get what I'm saying? You want people to if somebody catches on to a song that I'll put out tomorrow, and that's the song that catches everything. It's not much going back that people now have to do. You get what I'm saying? People have two projects that they can go to in a year span where they can get to know me, the artist, they can get to still, and then they can still follow me as I grow. So I try to not just like overdo it and just be putting stuff out, and just like like it's because it becomes clutter. You know what I'm saying? Not just for us, but for the people that's following us or watching us. If they just see us putting up the same stuff, and it's not growing or it's not, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so it's real strategic, man.
Yeah, it sounds like you got some good structure going on though.
And everything that works for everybody.
Yeah, right. It sounds like you got some good structure going on though. I know I did get a chance to check out your webpage, and that was like, it was straight to the point. I loved it. It gave you a little bio. It got what you got going on there.
Yeah.
So, how long have you been doing your clothing line?
4 years now.
Oh,
4
okay.
years now. I have my LLC
Mm-hmm.
for 4 years now. And, I probably, again, everybody's on a different time frame. I probably could be, here instead of where I'm at, but at the same time, I've been learning as I go, you know what I mean? Doing it from the muscle, you know what I mean? Not really that big of it, not really much of like a team type of thing.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So it's been like 4 years. It's been a grind. It's been a grind, but it's all been worth it, and it all will be worth it.
Absolutely.
It's turned into a lifestyle.
Right, absolutely. So what's the name of your clothing line?
Team Ghosty. Team Ghosty.
And tell us real quick how we can find you online.
TeamGhosty.com. TeamGhosty.com.
And all his links is there.
All my links are there. Everything is there. You can follow me on Instagram there, which is Keith Freeman, QUISD, Freeman. YouTube channel. Type that in same name. All the sound, all the music platforms, Keith Freeman. But besides that, just teamghosty.com. You could tap into everything right there.
All right, well, thank you so much for coming out today, for sharing with us. Is there anything else you would like to let the people know?
Man, dream big.
Yeah.
Make your presence felt.
Mm-hmm.
And, just find a way to make it happen every day, regardless of the cards that you dealt in. It's just about how we play. You know what I mean? That's me speaking in the middle of the fire that I'm going through. So, I mean, that's for everybody. Just keep going. That's it. So
I know that you recently lost your mom, like a year ago, right? So how has that affected your music?
It's like she gave me the confidence. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing. My mom is 100. My mom is down the bottom of us still. My mom is 100. My mom is not going to have me out there looking stupid or crazy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Walk out with my shirt wrinkled.
Mm-hmm.
She not for it. You're not gonna have people looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, oh, that's your son. That's how my mom. Your hair ain't cut. You ain't shit. You going to work looking like that. Whatever the case is, my mom is gonna keep it 100. You ain't smelling right. Oh, you know what I mean? Whatever the case is.
Right.
Mom let me know. She said, listen, you have a gift for rap.
Yes.
You have a gift. She was like, and she can listen to my music as well. You get what I'm saying? Like, she don't have to listen to our son talking a bunch of nonsense.
Right.
She was actually able to listen to me rap, and she loved it. She let me know she loved it. She told me I wouldn't have you looking crazy. So, you know what I mean? She gave me that confidence to really like this is what it is. This is like I do this. You know what I'm saying? So it's all she's my motivation when you hear the music. You know what I mean? When you see the performances.
Shout out to your mom.
You know what I mean? Definitely.
Shout out to all the supportive moms, because that is a
For
jewel.
sure.
That is a huge
Sure.
jewel to have. Like,
Sure.
a supportive mother, because a lot of people, they don't have their moms or they don't have their mother's support. But yes, definitely having a supportive mother is like, what?
Yeah.
It's amazing. Shout out to my mom too, because she supports everything I do. Like, I could be like, look, I want to sell chicken feet. She's like, all right, I'll pluck them for you. You feel me? Like, she ain't gonna like it and she gonna complain the whole time, but she still gonna pluck them jaws. Like, so I'm gonna let you go so we can invite Sunshine up here. Thank you so much for coming out. I appreciate you for coming and vibing with us on Talk Heavy. You feel me? Absolutely. I'm gonna make sure I stay tuned in with you.
Yeah, I definitely added my man to my playlist. That's on this
slide.
slide.
I'm working on some shows, so I'm gonna make sure I stay tuned in with you. Thank you so much for coming out. Alright, y'all. We about to move and jump right into my girl Sunshine.
Sunshine, give me a hard time. It's cool. Big it up, Sunshine.
Yeah, we was at the event. And he's like, "Who's the Sunshine?" I thought that's what y'all call all the Philly women.
Oh yeah, I remember he said that. I was like, well, we gonna start that. Don't worry about it. That's the new trend.
Yes. All right, give me something to play, Sunshine.
Let's do outstanding.
Yes, because we always feeling outstanding. Okay.
No, because I be
you can't
saying
play
bad
Juju
words
on
on
here.
Juju. I say the S word a couple times.
Tag.
And the hood.
Tag.
Yeah, you can't even hear it. Because when I perform it, I don't say it. I say hits. You don't care about what I'm saying.
Hey, shout out to Sunshine Monet in the building.
I am the stars and the planets, and I am the one who began it. I am the first in commandment, and I am the last one standing. I am the land of enchantment, I am your brain expanded. I am the source of chanting, I am so outstanding. I'm so outstanding, I'm so outstanding. 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 I'm so out. I am the source of chanting, I am so outstanding. I am a queen, I am the dream. I'm the supreme by any means. I am my team of nobodies, cause we a team. We everything, we drink and green and also clean. The whiz is me, I control my feet. I am a queen, I am the dream. I'm the supreme by any means. I am my team of nobodies, cause we a team. We everything, we drink and green and also clean. The whiz is me, I control my feet. I am the stars and the planets, and I am the one who began it. I am the first in commandment, and I am the last one standing. I am the land of enchantment, I am your brain expanded. I am the source of chanting, I am so outstanding. I'm so outstanding, I'm 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 so out. I am the source of chanting, I am so outstanding.
Hey, shout out to my girl Sunshine Monet. Listen, when I'm getting dressed, like when I'm vibing, I need to throw my girl on, okay? To boost my energy. Somebody get on my nerves. Like, listen, I'm throwing them transformations on. Yes. Like sex. You feel what I'm saying? You talk about uplifting, get you in your mood, like, hey, you feeling yourself like, yes. Y'all
Yes, that's the intention.
yes, absolutely. And you definitely may your Lord bless you and you get what you intend because, honey, that music is everything. I love it. You already know I've been a fan. I've been a fan. So we here with Sunshine Monet on Talk Heavy Radio live at 5 every Thursday from 5 to 7 p.m. Thanks for tuning in, tapping in, and joining us. And today we talking about the Kosmic Nobodies Konvention that just took place on Monday. It was a huge success. So tell us a little bit about it. First, tell us how it was originally brought about.
Okay, so about a year ago, I had this brother from St. Louis come to me. This is a brother that I've been following on Instagram for the longest. He's a wire rapper, and he had owned this church, and he was trying to renovate how we worship in the church, and he was trying to make it more metaphysical and spiritual. And I was like, how about we start, showing thanks and gratitude to our artists and our manifestors and our healers that have been contributing to our culture, especially during this quarantine time where it has been like, such a major culture shock to all of us.
Right.
But those that, decided to take the forefront, we should show them thanks because they really changed the game for everybody that's going to come thereafter.
Right.
So I spent this entire year telling people about my intentions, nominating people. We went through a voting phase, in the springtime. And then, we had our nominees come August, and we had, our winners.
Right.
So the Kosmic Nobodies Konvention came on Monday. It was an amazing event.
Yes.
The vibrations were so high. We had all intentional artists, which is something that doesn't happen quite often at these spaces and places that we go to, which is fine, but, I just wanted to keep the vibrations high because
You had a certain vibe that you were.
Yes, and I'm very intentional. I be speaking to my healers, and I be speaking to my conscious artists. And one thing that we say that kind of hurts us is when we're the only healing vendor in a space, or when we're the only healing musician on the mic. Because as soon as we get off the mic, you know,
it's right back
to the program, and it's just like it's so disheartening. It felt like sometimes it feels like you put all this energy out, and it's like it just got washed over. So like I tried to create a safe space for our healers, and it was so divine. We had healing vendors.
It was
and performances.
amazing. You did such a good job. I was so proud of you. I kept telling everybody, thanks for coming and supporting my girlfriend. They like, that's our friend too. I'm like, okay, but that's neither here nor there. Like, you know, it was an amazing event.
We had people from all over come out.
Yes.
North Carolina, Michigan, New York, some other side of Pennsylvania. And it was all people that I wanted to meet. I wanted all of y'all to just meet each other. Yo, I just want y'all to meet each other. I want y'all to hear each other's music and buy each other stuff. Y'all just need to meet. This is the group of healers. This is it.
yeah, definitely. It was definitely some high vibrations in there. All the vendors were amazing. Everybody that was there, it was just amazing. You know, it was some familiar faces. It was some new faces. I really liked Free. I liked her. It was somebody else that I really liked, but I can't remember their name.
My Brooklyn brothers, shouts to Stiggity and King
okay,
Kalan for coming out.
Okay, yes, them two.
Yes.
Okay, the two that performed together. Them, I really like them, and you already know Starsky. I love her. I absolutely love her. Like when I seen their performance, her and mindset, I was blown away. And you know, I be a little bit creeped out as first because you know I'm Muslim, so I be like, what y'all doing?
I got you.
FIYYAH. Yeah, so I was, you know, but once they started and it was over, I was stuck. Like, I couldn't take my eyes off of them. It was amazing. Like, it just, like, FIYYAH. Yeah. It was amazing. Like, you know, the way they make you feel, the way they make your body feel, your mindset. It's just so relaxing and calming. It's like, you can't possibly be hyped after that. Like, you just gotta be so mellow, like, and your vibrations, your energy, everything be so on point. Like,
for real.
I love them. And that's how I feel when you hit the stage. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel when you hit the stage. Like, you know, I could be, you know, not feeling it or whatever the situation may be, but once you get up there, it's like, period, sis. And, you know, I've always told you this, like, yes. And then, also, something I loved about the Kosmic Nobodies Konvention, which I didn't say, is I really saw you. Like, you know what I'm saying? You was really, I could see that you were really enjoying yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen you perform so many times. Like, you feel what I'm saying? But that was like a different you. Like, I could tell you were really in your space and, like, where you wanted to be. You were happy. Like, you know what I'm saying? I seen it all over your face. You was glowing, girl. You was looking cute. I was like, yes, girlfriend.
Thank you. Yes.
Yes. So let's talk about the outcome of the event. Let's talk about some of the nominees. Let's talk about some of the winners. Let's talk about what they won.
Oh yeah. So you know, I'm a queen of Pentacles. Shout out to my Virgo gang. So I created these organite pieces that were essentially pentacles. Organite actually is like a energy transmutation device that neutralizes the energy in your space. But I put these, I put gold sand magnet in it, and I put pyrite in it. So it was like a stone of abundance, like attracting abundance, and it was in the shape of a pentacle. And then I had, you know, I made it look like a coin with their face on it and their name and the Kosmic Nobodies Konvention and the categories that they were in. And not only did I hand these pinnacles out to our award winners, I also handed these pinnacles out to our DJs, our hosts. Shout to Kron, Spliffphiladelphia for coming out and DJing. Shouts to Dolo Z for doing the videography. We do have a movie coming out. This is going to be an award show that we had on streaming platforms for those who cannot be physically present. It will be about a 60 to like a 60-minute joint with everybody's performances and stuff. Everybody contributed, the podcasters, you know, everybody got a pinnacle because I wanted everybody to feel like y'all didn't just come out so we could siphon your money through vendors and performance fees and admission fees. We wanted to show y'all appreciation for every little thing you've contributed. You know, just being present deserves gratitude. And that's things that we forget to do because, you know, God lies within us. And if we're spending all this time, you know, thinking of God on the outside, could you just imagine how much thanks to the God on the inside we're neglecting to give?
Right,
You get what I'm saying? And we're expecting it from other people. We're not giving it to ourselves. So I'm trying to get us in the practice of accepting it from other people, but like get in the habit of giving it to yourself. Like you're dope, you know?
Right, absolutely.
And that's the intentions I had with the music, to remind you how dope you are. The talk from Mahatma, shouts to Mahatma. And we had some awesome nominees. We had Brother Knowledge from Georgia. He does an awesome podcast. We had a body and health category where we had Body and Yoni Essentials with Danielle win that award. We had my son, Macho Man Miles. He won the vlog content award because his TikTok is hilarious. You know, we had musician stars. We had Scorch Flames win in production. He's a native to Philadelphia area, and he's well known for his clothing, but his energy.
Right.
This man goes out and teaches children how to dance. He's out here jumping off rooftops. He's flipping everywhere. He's dancing with homeless people, drug dealers, children. Like, this man just goes out and emanates this
energy
is crazy. And it's just pure love. It's like that child energy.
Yeah.
It's pure love. And he definitely deserves 1,000 awards for what he does on these streets. You know, we awarded Shantae Douglas for her books. You know, her son has autism, so she's created these children books that shed light. They have these superheroes that have autism, and they're out here teaching kids how to love and how to accept, and, you know, conquering bullies. But they're not even conquering bullies with their fists. They're teaching them about love. Like, they're teaching a bully how to explain why he's a bully. Like, these books are crazy. Like, I read these to my son, and I'm like, okay, so she deserves thanks because she's carrying being a single mother with a child with autism, and then doing this amazing thing and hosting events for it and signing books and all this stuff. Like, that's a lot. I got, that's a lot.
Definitely.
I tried to give everyone, super shout out to her. Y'all can follow her at ABC Girl or Echo Boy's Mom 82. Echo Boy is the name of the superhero, and ABC Girl is the name of the other his sidekick superhero in the book. And just beautiful books. We awarded Ariana, she's also a Philly native, for her jewelry. And I didn't know she was doing a grounding challenge for herself where she was walking barefoot for like over 100 days.
Yeah, I'm going to invite her so that we can discuss that, because that was very intriguing to me, and I couldn't really, you know, get into it or whatever like that. But yeah, that was different. Amazing. And it was I want to know more about it.
It's very important to walk around barefoot.
Yes, it is.
And if you guys have been coming to my shows and seeing my performances and listening to my rants about how I be yelling about the cement on the ground blocking us from accessing the electromagnetic energy of our ancestors in the dirt, and how they've created a grid of wires above us to control the airwaves and the the radio waves and all that stuff, and all that is affecting us. And we're infinite beings. We're not just physical beings. We have all these other selves of us that's being attacked, and we have to learn how to arm all of ourselves.
Absolutely.
You know, not just the physical self. And we get caught up in the physical self because this is all we can see, but it's so much more that you have to learn how to protect. But you know, I tried to award all the people that was out there doing that. Shouts to Reek Hella Smoke for coming out.
Shout out to Reek.
Yes,
that's my guy right there.
Yes, I love his energy. He always coming out and giving thanks to everybody.
His performances make me be like, boy, I didn't hear don't hurt.
What? His performances be making me feel like that. Busta Rhymes, break your neck. Break your neck. And I be with it too, nodding just as hard. Like, ain't nothing but a New Jack Sling. I know it. But shouts to Reek, you know. And just to let y'all know, this is something that we're doing every year. We open up nominations again October 1st. Because that's when we opened up nominations last year. So it's already that time almost again.
Almost again.
So I'm very excited for this year, especially now that people's eyes and hearts have been open to my intentions. You know, I'm very overjoyed with the outcome, and I've been just getting pushed into event coordinating. You know, I'm not gonna show my age. I went to school for a lot of stuff, and I do have a certification in event coordination. So, but I let it go for a little while because I got comfortable sitting in the background. I got comfortable having a vending table and sitting in the corner of the room.
Like it happens.
Yeah, and then, you know, the universe has just been pushing me out. I've been pushed out of vendor groups. I've been getting pushed out of events. I've been trying to coordinate with other curators, and I've been getting pushed out of those relationships. So I feel like I'm just getting pushed into coordinating events of my own.
Your own, yes, definitely doing your own thing. And then the partnerships will come in. I had to learn that. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn that. And you know, you've been here from the break. You know what I'm saying? I done built relationships. They done fell. I'm like, listen, I gotta keep it pushing. I done built a whole nother team. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So, and at first it was really discouraging, and like, you know, I was pissed and stuff like that. But I also know that it's a process. You know what I'm saying? It's something that you gotta go through. You feel what I'm saying? Until that joint is solidified, and I'm okay with that now. Like, you feel what I'm saying? But yes, it's definitely a process. But yes, keep doing you. Yeah. Keep doing you. Keep shining. Keep grinding. You feel what I'm saying? You already know. We always sitting in the background, then we just pop out of nowhere like, yo, this what I got going on. They be like, oh, okay.
You've been doing that this whole time.
Right. You've been doing this the whole time. Facts. Like, yeah. So, tell us about the flatter battle.
Oh, so that's starting tomorrow. I'm so excited. I gave myself like 24 hours to sleep, and now I'm back at it.
Facts.
So
she ain't sleep the whole 24 hours.
I did not. I was making flyers. I was calling Sophia. I was sending text messages to Alex. I was doing a whole bunch of stuff. I was not really sleeping. But so the flatter battle, this is something that we're doing. I've noticed that battle rap is one of our most aggressive forms of hip hop, where we always talking about stabbing each other in the face and stuff like that. So I wanted to change the vibes of battle rap. So every Friday we're doing a flatter battle Friday, where we have our, you know, hip hop artists go head to head and battle rap each other in compliments. And we kicked this off at the Cosmic Nobodies Konvention, and it was such a success. Shouts to Captain Black Excellence, and shouts to Marcus Harmony for taking that foot forward and being in such a courageous position to go back and forth and compliment each other.
Dope. Like,
so
I challenge all our battle rappers out here in Philadelphia to tune in, tap, and join this joint, because it's amazing. Like,
we're gonna be at multiple locations. I have big ideas for this.
We gotta make this joint a challenge.
Yes, especially being a wrestling fan. I have like Vince McMahon idea. I'm a big wrestling fan, y'all. In fact, September 24th, SmackDown is gonna be in Philly, so y'all gonna see me in the crowd. Don't judge me, judge your mama. All right, so. So the flatter battle on Friday, every first Friday of the month, we're at the Moon Collective Company on Rising Sun Ave. Every second Friday, we're in Jersey at the All Natural Corner Store in Willingboro. Every last Friday is our championship round, where we have all of our people from previous Fridays come together and go head to head. And that'll be in Beverly, New Jersey at La Luz Vegan Cafe. All black owned venues that we will be at. We have some empty Fridays where we'll be traveling. Hopefully we'll be linking up with AMF one Friday. We will be in St. Louis another Friday. I'm making moves with King Kalan and Stiggity to be in Brooklyn in November. So we're definitely traveling with this battle league. This could be, you know, a long-term opportunity for my battle artists, you know, becoming vendors yourselves, selling items with your face and your name and stuff on them, creating your own personality and stuff. People are battling for a belt. I have made a flatter battle belt.
Ooh, I can't wait to see that. You so creative.
And it's a belt, and then as we go along, you know, the prizes will increase, cash is, you know, income is coming for all of my creatives that decide to take this and really, like, you know, take a chance on me and go on the road with me on this. But that's what we're doing on Fridays. I'm very, very excited about that. And again, we started tomorrow, so if y'all interested, please hit me up. In addition to the flatter battle we have on Fridays, we are doing a conscious mic hour in between the flatter battles. So every Friday we're doing a conscious mic hour during the flatter battle. All my conscious artists.
Where we're at?
This Friday, tomorrow, it'll be on Rising Sun Ave at the Moon Collective Company. It's a store space. And it's set up in a certain way where there would be space where, you know, performers or where the performers go. And y'all know, you know, people buy tickets and stuff. It's $25. The $25, whether you're a performer or an admission, and just coming in, it doesn't matter. It's $25. There will be like snacks and beverages and stuff like that. So it's not just like no. These spaces are kind of small, so it's really just for the music. It's for our musicians and people that just want to come through, listen, and eat some food.
All right.
Yeah. And I have, you know, just a few different events coming up around my way. I'm from Jersey. I live in Burlington. We have a fruit and veggie garden that we're in the process of, you know, cultivating and getting together. That's another thing I got coming up. I do a bunch of conscious open mics now on Sundays at La Luz Vegan Cafe with Illadel. Shouts to Illadel, bringing me on the team.
Okay.
The 7 ounce bounce with Ovid the Poet. That's another, you know, conscious type vibe with the mic. Yeah, I'm just really like opening my event coordinating to like, you know, conscious vendors and open mics. I'm coming back to the Cosmic pop-up shop in South Jersey at the Cumberland County Mall, where we have again a conscious open mic, as well as we have a lot of you know, holistic healing vendors. We have people come do TED Talks and stuff, and that's at the Cumberland County Mall once a month. I'm also starting to do constellation dinners, opening up the conversation to natal charts and people's planetary placements, because y'all know I do therapy. I don't know if y'all knew I'm a, you know,
Art therapy?
I do art therapy, but I went to school for psychology, so like I do counseling and therapy and all that. So I do therapy that's centered around your natal chart.
You know, one day you won't have to tell us your age, right?
One day.
Yeah, one day you definitely.
I mean, my birthday coming up in a couple weeks, so I ain't gonna have no choice.
Yeah. I'm gonna check your Facebook, because Facebook definitely gonna tell us how old you are.
Yeah, Facebook gonna tell y'all.
Facebook tell all.
Just know I went to college.
Facts for a few different things, like.
And I keep, you know, time went by so fast. I went to college like over 10 years ago. That's crazy. Time is retarded.
Yes, it do move so fast.
Time is crazy.
Yo.
It still feel like 2002 was like a couple years ago. Like I still be off of that. Like,
yo, it's crazy because you know what really flanked me when I figured out my nephew was grown, like, because he was born in 2000, and like he really grown up this young. I'm like, yo, it was like he just was born.
I listen.
Yo,
All these kids getting big.
Yes.
I got a 15-year-old.
Yes.
He's amazing.
And he won
just
something, didn't he?
He actually was one of my hosts that I had on that night, and he got a pinnacle for that. My youngest son actually won an award for the vlog content.
I do remember him doing something. I just didn't.
My oldest son is more. He likes to be behind the camera.
Right.
He wants to be the engineer, the editor. That's my oldest son. My youngest son, he likes to be under the lights.
Yeah. He
wants to be under the lights.
Lights, camera, action.
Yes, they're a beautiful duo. But those is, and so with the constellation dinner, it's going to be a very intimate setting. The spaces are limited, but every dinner we speak about natal placements. Like each dinner is, this first dinner that we have is going to be rooted in your moon placement, where your moon is at. We're going to make some moon masks. We're going to eat some vegan food and fruits and vegetables. You know, I be with my vegan kid. At least when I host events, because I know vegetables is the common denominator to everybody.
Right.
But yeah, I'm just really getting into events and healing myself and my family.
Right.
Getting into this homeschooling thing, which is like, you know, I've always been, I was a teacher, so like it was nothing for me to add extra activities onto my son after school.
But it's a whole different ballgame when you're doing your own children versus teaching other people's children. I can't stop looking at this crown though.
Right.
I
Thank
can't
you.
really see it because of your
Safu
red.
made this. This is the
Yeah,
man
take it
from
off
St.
and show us real
Louis.
quick, because baby.
This is my St. Louis wire god gift. He actually bought me. He made me this last year for my birthday. And so like I just love it.
Yes. Oh my God.
He does such a good job. He's amazing.
This
Shouts to the wire god. I keep that.
This crown is everything. Like, if you know me, you know I can't show you all.
You're just gonna have to guess.
Yes. Like that joint is everything.
Assume it's fly. But yeah, shouts to the wire god Osafu in St. Louis. Much love.
When you going back to St. Louis?
I'm aiming to go back to St. Louis. I'll be in Atlantis in October. We'll be doing the flatter battle in Atlantis. That's what I'm aiming for. Shouts to Komet. Shouts to brother Pharaoh Jumbe out there. You know, I made some friends out there. You know, I've been out there a few times. YC Bay is another brother out there. He makes movies. We got a brother out here that's making movies, and he was another award winner from the Kosmic Nobodies Konvention. Y'all definitely gotta check out his movies. They're hilarious.
Right. Okay, yes, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. We definitely gotta check that out. I know you were saying that you were writing some plays or something like that.
Oh yeah, so I had a brother in California reach out to me about a year ago, and he had a children's story idea, and I had turned it into a rhyming story, and then I turned it into a musical play, and I was I had
You just got that done?
What?
This.
No, I had this for about a year now.
Oh, I don't remember seeing that.
Got all my chakras coming out of January.
Yeah, that's so nice.
Thank you. But yeah, so I just have this playwright just sitting on my table. I haven't really done anything with it. I have so much art that I just haven't put out. I have so much music. I have books that I've written that I haven't put out. And slowly, as they start to get, take better formation to where I feel like they're ready, that I'll put them out.
Right, absolutely. It's a process.
Yeah, for a while, I used to give myself anxiety because I always be rushing myself to push stuff out. Like
I feel like that's where you find the balance.
Yeah.
I truly feel like that's where you find the balance when you just like, you know what, I can't get everything done, so I'm going to do what I can do, and then the rest I'll get it done tomorrow. That's how I feel like you find the balance when you just not so crazy. Like, because in the beginning of entrepreneurship or even being an artist, everything is just, your mind is constantly going. Even with finding the balance, I feel like your mind is still always constantly
it's
going
a lot
with
to
ideas.
unlearn.
Yeah, like, so yeah, definitely being able to like just put some stuff off and be like, oh, I'll work on it tomorrow.
And stop feeling like you in competition or racing. Like that's another thing that made me feel like I had to put it out. It's like, dang, I gotta put it out before you put it out, or I gotta put it out before somebody steal it.
But for real, you your biggest competition.
Really, because ain't nobody paying attention to nothing of stuff you paying attention to. They just see more variety, and now it's more stuff they can go to feed their souls. It's not a competition to these people, so we gotta stop moving like that. And that was something I had to learn. That was my shadow work.
Yeah, definitely. You're going to be in competition with yourself. Challenge yourself to be better than you were the day before, and you ain't going to have time to worry about what nobody else got going on or what they doing. You want to be too focused on bettering yourself than what you got. So yeah, definitely. I feel like that's a huge part of finding the balance. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that you can't get everything done and just be like, oh, you know what, I'm tired, so I'm gonna lay down and get my body its rights. You feel what I'm saying? And I'll handle this tomorrow. And I had to learn that the hard way, because I used to go to sleep with my phone in my hands and that joint pop me right in my face. I'd be like, oh man,
you waking up all messed up, having
yes,
to do a whole bunch of
hickeys and
stuff.
whatnot. I can't do it. I can't do it. Like,
I used to like be up all night. Like I could do all this resting stuff tonight, and I'm gonna get up in the morning and do an interview. I'm gonna work out. I'm gonna homeschool my kids. I'm gonna make this music. I'm gonna go meet up with this person, and I'm gonna go vend at this event. And then I'll be dead somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Like your body be like, sis.
Yeah, now you catching a cold.
Yeah.
Now you got COVID. Now you got the flu.
Oh Lord.
All because you stressing.
Oh Lord.
All these cold infused systems.
Facts. Like facts.
All
because
your
listen,
body.
if you don't take care of your body, that joint will shut down on you. Like
surely
it'll do that. My body do that to me all the time. Like soon as let me not be drinking enough water or something, my kidneys be like hospital.
Like, go to sleep like I told you to.
Now you gotta take a break. Now you gotta take a break. Like you feel what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely taking care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Protecting your energy, your space, like eating good, all that stuff. It has a lot to do with, being an entrepreneur, finding balance. You feel what I'm saying? Being able to do everything that you need to do. Because if you eating good and you maintaining and taking care of yourself, things just flow a lot easier. I've noticed that. Things just flow a lot easier.
And stop chasing the bag.
Yeah.
Stop chasing this bag. This is the biggest spell upon us all. I won't lie, I took shrooms a couple weeks, girl. And this joint messed me up, yo. This joint messed me up. I started the day with violence. I woke up in the morning and I was like, F it, I'm going to take this bag and I'm going to go do this interview and I'm going to go to work. I work at the Moon Collective Company. I got a storage space in there. I'm going to go to work and I'm going to do all this stuff. So I took it. And I'm in the car and I'm crying and I'm forgetting that I took them. And then I go to the interview and I'm still crying and I'm like, listen, money is here to control y'all. I can't see past the symbols. I went to the store and I gave her the $1 and the symbols were so bright in my face. Like I just seen them like so different. Like, yo, there's a spell on here. And this is why we can't do nothing without it. We don't want to be around each other without it. We don't want to be near our friends. We act like we can't do nothing with our. If a man don't got no money, he don't want to be around his kids. I ain't got no money. That sounds dumb.
That is crazy.
These kids do not care about your money. Flags. They don't care about Dorney Park. They don't care about Nickelodeon. They don't care about none of the stuff you've convinced yourself kids care about.
Because they won't forget about that
They
stuff.
gonna
but they
forget,
not gonna
and they
forget
don't
about those
appreciate
morals and
nothing.
stuff that you put them.
I remember this one year, I stopped celebrating Christmas when my oldest son was like 7 or 8. I remember it was this one year, me and his dad went ham. His dad has another daughter, you know, so it was them two before Miles was here. And we went ham for Christmas. Let me tell y'all, all that stuff was in pieces the next day. These kids did not care about the days I went to work hungry and I didn't buy lunch because I had to finish my layaway. They didn't care about none of that.
Yes,
These
they
kids is the closest beings to God. And if they don't care about it, you need to stop caring about it.
Yo, these kids, they are destructive.
No,
like,
they're not
do
supposed to care. This is a spell, and it's idolatry. It's idolatry on these dollars. You gotta know that.
I feel like a lot of, like, growing up, we used our imagination. We made up games. We was outside playing, but I feel like at the same time, our children they're not allowed to experience the stuff that we experience. It's our kids.
We got them chasing the bag early as hell.
Exactly.
They 3 years old already chasing the bag.
With a whole business, and that is good. Like, that's good. We're not saying nothing against that. But at the same time, children still need to be children. And one thing that our children aren't getting is they're not able to run outside and play and run the streets like we used to. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Where I grew up in Frankfurt. Everybody, oh, Frankfurt's so bad. No, Frankfurt ain't used to be that bad. Because there was a point in time where we went outside. My grandma, I see y'all when the street lights come on. We was all around the blocks, all down the projects, like, you know, everywhere, all over manhunt. Catch a girl, get a girl, all that stuff. Our kids don't even know about that stuff. Listen, it's so crazy because I was big on Barney when I was younger. So I love Barney. I still love Barney. So, you know, Barney teaches you about utilizing your imagination. You know what I'm saying? And creating things from nothing, literally. You feel what I'm saying? So I would literally make my kids cut the TV off. I'm taking the phones. I'm taking the games. Y'all gonna make up a game.
Yeah.
Yo, my kids will be pushing themselves around in crates and boxes in the house, but they will be having the time of their life, and I can hear it, and I'll be like, yeah, that's what I want. I want y'all to be able to create something from nothing. You feel what I'm saying? And have fun with each other, and it's not always about what's on TV, what's on your phone, what new technology and stuff like that, because I feel like that's really sucking our kids dry.
Yeah.
Like, our kids it's programming them to be what these people want them to be.
Right.
Our children don't have no personality. Like,
and I don't know if y'all remember. Y'all remember Josie and the Pussycats? They had the joint where they was putting the secret messages in the music, and that was, you know, and it wasn't Josie or the Pussy. It wasn't the artist. It was the company they were working with. They didn't have no power over that. Right. And then I be thinking about Pootie Tang too when they be having the clones and shit, and people didn't know it was clones. Obviously, these are blackface people, but you know what I'm saying? Like, all this stuff is happening, and it's like, you know, some of the stuff we can't hear, but our kids can hear because their ears is different. Yes. And, you know, some of the stuff we can't see, but, you know, it's still being fed to our kids, and that's coming back to us realizing that we're infinite beings. Right. So we really, really got to learn how to protect ourselves on infinite levels, as well as our children, because they're attacking our children's energy. They got our kids early. My son will be on the screen like, Mommy, I'm so bored. I'm bored. But he can't move his eyes away from the screen. Right. And I'm like, well, come on, let's go do something. But he's so addicted to what he's doing on these screens. Like, he don't want to tear away from it, but he knows he's bored. He knows he's not being satisfied. And so, like, you know, that happens a lot. I be watching other kids going through that. When kids start screaming and everybody be like, oh, the Wi-Fi must have died, or they thing must have died. Like, that's crazy. That's not supposed to be normalized. Because our kids is going to be the ones that be like, oh, I'm going to get the chip because now I can move my computer faster. Right. Like, them going to be the ones that do it. But we got to tear our kids away from that and arm them up. Because these schools these schools don't care about what you teaching your kids at home. Because they're going to teach whatever they want to teach whenever they want to teach it. And that was one of the reasons why I pulled my boys out of school. Because I'm listening to the teacher on the computer tell my son why he need a vaccine. My son ain't never been vaccinated. Right. My son's never been vaccinated. And I don't want to sit here and have to have a debate with the teacher in front of all these kids and correct her because she's telling my child wrong. That's not what we finna do. Right. And that's a lot. That's going on a lot in the public school system. Like, a lot of the history that's being taught
is BS.
Mm-hmm.
Even math be BS. Like, come on.
A lot of the information they give our kids is fluff just to keep control over our kids.
like-
They don't need to be in school 8 hours a day. That was something I had to unlearn. I could teach my son for 2 hours, and my son know how to count money, he know how to count time, he know how to read a book, he know how to write a sentence, he's creative, he's doing all these things. I'm teaching my son about plants, how to identify the plants in our backyard, because the stuff in our backyard is what's going to heal us, not the stuff that y'all buying and having shit from a different island that doesn't breathe the same air we breathe. It's a difference. And I'm teaching my kids about herbs. I got my kids going to somebody to learn about carpentry. I got my kids coming to somebody to learn about
Teach
cooking,
them about stuff
about
that
how to
really
drive.
matters.
Yeah.
Stuff that's going to really affect them as adults. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? Because the Pythagorean theorem is not helping us.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Like, I don't even know why we learned it.
If you into construction, if you into blueprints and stuff like that, then do that. Yeah.
Right, but I've never used the Pythagorean theorem. That's since I got out of school. Like,
Right, yeah, they try to keep you in they try to keep track of you. It's just their way of just keeping you occupied because, you know, me and my son, I teach my son adolescent psychology last year. We took a psychology class together. And what we learned last year was in the 1860s when they started the public school system. This was around the time in the 1820s, you know, we had Black Wall Street and all that. You know, we had our own businesses and stuff. So around that time, you know, some dumbass was like, oh, we built all our own stuff. Let's start integrating. So then we started fighting for integration for some reason.
Right.
So around the time we started fighting for integration, you know, a lot of our youth was in these movements. They was outside. They was doing it. Also, a lot of our youth was out there in the workforce. How we kind of have our youth out here now in the workforce. We don't want to call it that because we saying, oh, they're entrepreneurs. No, but we have our children out here in the workforce. We had all of that. And it was competing with these people's jobs.
You know that back in the day when our grandparents were around, they had jobs at 14, 15 years old. It was normal for a 14, 15-year-old to have a job.
And school took them out of the job.
Exactly.
School took them out of the civil rights movement.
For, you know, our children to be. But when I was 14, I had my very first job at 14. And I did the work ready program. My mom had me in all that. I did environmental work. I worked in a hospital. I worked in a law firm. Like, yeah, I was 14, between 14 and 16, I had some really good jobs. Like, you feel what I'm saying? I got some really good experience. That's how I think I really got a green thumb. You know what I'm saying? Because I did environmental work. That was one of my first jobs with the Work Ready program or whatever like that. And I did environmental work right there on Pony Creek. And that's how I knew that I love nature and stuff like that. So, I started growing my own food and stuff recently. And, that was... I had a ball.
The seeds is
yes, we would be swapping seeds and everything like that. So definitely
and that's what in the public school system took our kids out of those spaces.
They don't teach our children
to have them in a building for 8 hours while you got all these Karens y'all see y'all on y'all Instagram. Yeah, they teaching our little black boys. And what do our black mothers do? Come up in the school with a belt. Because they don't care why you wasn't listening. They just want to beat you because you wasn't listening. And they're like labeling our children. I know my kid.
From third grade. From third grade.
Listen, my son was in kindergarten getting labeled.
Listen.
My son is very emotional being. And if his emotions are not being supported or met a certain way, he shuts down. Right. Sometimes his shutdowns are very aggressive. Sometimes his shutdowns is just him going in the corner. Don't talk to me. Don't touch me. Right. And that was in kindergarten. I was getting a phone call every day from work, like, come get your child. To the point now where I could tell y'all mistreating my child when I come through the door, because when I come in and sign my child into work, hi Miles, you again. Are we gonna have a better day than yesterday? Do you want me to punch you in the face? Don't talk to my child like that. I don't care what happened yesterday. That's not how you gonna greet my child today. That's not what we doing.
Putting them in a bad space. You talk about we're gonna have a better day. No.
And if that's how y'all making me feel in this moment, imagine what y'all doing to my son for 8 hours.
You not here,
and then y'all want to call me when he reacted. Nah, F that. At some point in time, I gotta be in charge and understand these my kids. Right. And it's nobody else's responsibility.
Your strengths and your weaknesses of your children. Yeah, so definitely.
And that's another thing, we gotta be accountable. We over here begging for integration and begging for people to support us and provide us with food, money, water, clothing, shelter, economy, and stuff like that. But y'all don't want to follow their rules. Following their rules
Yeah.
is your karmic retribution to you
Facts.
wanting to be in their system.
Facts.
Now, if you don't want to get shot in the street, if you don't want your baby mom to die on a hospital table, if you don't want your child getting shot, if you don't want them taking away your kids because you won't follow their rules, then you need to stop benefiting off their system. Because their
Facts.
system is not for
No.
y'all to come in and start changing it and do this because no, that's not what it's here for.
And that's
It's for
what our
them and
people
their
is.
people.
Yes,
It's for them, for their
exactly.
people, because they have a hard time surviving here on this earth. So they
Facts.
need the shots. They need the pills. They need that weak ass
That's
diet.
what
They
I-
need all that
Okay.
extra stuff in their water.
Period.
They need that.
Yes.
If you don't need that and you know you don't need that, stop trying to integrate in these people's
Mm-hmm.
system, expecting them to give you special treatment. This ain't for
Exactly.
you.
Right.
Build your own shit.
Yes.
Stop complaining. I hate that crybaby shit.
Me too. I
hate
do
it.
too.
I hate it so
Yeah,
much.
because it's either you're a part of the problem or you're a part of the solution.
Right.
Like,
Pick
feel what
one.
I'm
You don't
saying?
get to be on
You
both
didn't-
sides.
Exactly. Like, you cannot be receiving every type of benefits from the government and constantly complaining. Like, first of all, they're taking care of you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't bite the hand that feed you. Look.
Facts.
Like, you
Watch-
feel what I'm
watch
saying?
your mouth.
And you signed up for this, but you know what bothers me with the welfare system? Our people don't read the fine print. When you sign up for welfare, even when it comes to getting married, even when it comes to getting married, when you get married legally, your spouse is marrying the city of Philadelphia.
That's
baby.
why I wrote
They
that what I
is
said
not
in
getting
Juju
married to-
music.
They not getting
That
married
legal
to
lease
you.
is lies. Yes.
When you sign your children up for welfare, your children become wards of the state.
Ashe.
You feel what I'm
When
saying?
you
That's
sign
why I
that
can't-
birth certificate,
Facts. That's the
that
first.
social
That's the
security
first thing.
number.
Yes, from the break, you straight from signing the birth certificate, the social security card, all that. Like, you straight.
You
It's
you
a
mess
crazy
up when you
situation.
walk into that doctor's office as a pregnant woman and you sign all that paper. They give you this thick packet when you're pregnant, and they say you gotta sign all this paperwork before we see you.
Yep.
Before we even see you, you gotta let us stick you with a bunch of needles, make you drink some stuff that's bad for you and your baby, just so we can see what it'll do.
Right.
They stick you in your body with all these chemicals. You don't know. You complain to Subway and say, "Oh, I don't like that because you ain't got no
Yeah,
gloves
I don't
on."
like
But
that,
you'll let
yo.
these dirty
These
people
doctors, yo.
put these dirty needles in your body, and because they pulled it out of plastic, that make it clean. It doesn't make it clean. There's
Right.
been so many times in the UK they had to recall these tests that came in plastic.
How about the mask
Because they were
situation?
dirty.
Yo, how about the masks?
Same thing.
When masks first came out, they had this crazy video, I don't know if they was Asians or something, but they were like making masks, and the place was disgusting. They had the mask all over the floor. I'm like, bro.
And this is what they putting in that clean looking plastic, and they handing it to you like you got to put on one of our masks in order to come in this building. You like it at a certain point, like you couldn't even wear the mask that you brought, and
Yep.
you had to wear what they gave you, and hope that
And the mask
it-
don't stop nothing. That's the crazy part.
It don't.
It don't stop nothing.
It
Like,
don't.
it was so crazy. All right, peace. Thank you so much
Peace.
for coming. All right. All right. Yeah. Yeah, so that mask situation is crazy. It don't stop nothing. Like, you feel what
I hope
I'm
to see you at the
saying?
flatter battle tomorrow, bro.
Yes, come to the flatter battle. Yeah.
Got
Okay.
you.
All right.
I got you.
Facts. All right, so yeah, definitely. I forgot what we were saying.
Talking about these dirty ass needles in this plastic.
Yo, thanks. Like,
Stop letting them inject you with this dirty
yes,
stuff.
Yes.
These are people
And you
that
can't
we
even
taught how to
pronounce
wash
it.
themselves.
How
And
about
y'all
it,
letting
though?
them tell you what's clean.
And the crazy part is a lot of these vaccinations and stuff, like we wasn't taking half of these vaccinations when we first was born. Like, I was born in 1993. I don't care, y'all know my age.
I'm not that much older.
We wasn't doing all those vaccinations when our grandmothers and mothers was getting vaccinations. It wasn't all those crazy vaccinations. And even the vaccinations that were then, they no longer exist today. The diseases you don't even hear of the diseases. Where everybody at with chicken pox? Where everybody at?
They're trying
It's
to-
still there, but it went into another form. Of
Yeah.
it mutated into something
Exactly.
else.
It's just really, like she said, the mutation of cellular. It's sad they keep making them up.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. They just keep making them up.
They're creating like
exactly.
atmospheres for these things to mutate.
Exactly. Like, yeah, our whole
Purity
situation.
and melanin.
Exactly. We came with the cure because our people originally, they grew all their own food, like everything.
Yeah.
Yes. And our immune systems in and of themselves, like our immune systems, like even the way that they explain it,
I am a god.
even the way that they explain the vaccines, it's like, okay, they putting something in you and they covering it in something else so that your immune system won't attack it. Like,
remember, the vaccine is only something that they use from your immunity to see if you can fight it or not. So they give you some of it first.
Exactly.
To see if your immune system is strong.
Right.
But then they
when your immune system been fighting it the whole time.
That's a Trojan horse.
Yeah.
So you allowing this virus to learn my body, and then when the actual virus comes in, he can get the message from. No, we ain't even talking about my body being strong enough because this virus already learned my body.
Exactly.
This virus has learned my body's strengths and weaknesses. So when his brother or sister virus come in and say, "Yo, nigga, what's up? What the map looking like? What's the game plan?" He already know. He's getting the information because the virus is already in me. So they can just connect with each other and do whatever they gotta do. You gotta understand this is the art of war. You are an infinite being. These people are creating armies to invade your body, and you may not want to look at it like that, but that's exactly what's happening. They got armies invading your body. They got armies invading your electromagnetic energy. They got armies invading your brain space, the electrons that's going off in there. Yeah. The electronic waves between the phone to your eyes to your brain do something to where your memory maps is all messed up. You don't know what's truth or what's not truth after a while. You don't know what was said or what was not said. Like, because you've been staring at your phone all day and it's been telling you what to think. And it's not always the exact images you're looking at. You could be like, I look at positive shit all day. It doesn't matter. Okay, so the other night we had a tornado, right? You know how everybody's phone was able to go beep? Right. Do you know sometimes there's beeps that you can't hear coming from your phone?
Yeah.
So when you on these certain platforms and they say, "Oh, you always looking up healthy shit," so I'm gonna make sure I put those sound waves in these posts.
Yo, you know what?
It's a reason why you only see certain algorithms. Me and you can Google search the same shit and have different results.
Facts.
Why?
Because it's your
Let me tell you.
brainwaves and algorithms.
Exactly. This shit is learning how to attack you on an electromagnetic level.
Let me tell you what was the creepiest thing for me with my cell phone. I was having a conversation with somebody and we were talking about the air conditioners, the new air conditioners they got that's like humidifiers and they purify the air in the room and stuff like that. And we were talking about that. And it was just a conversation. I never looked it up. I never tried to find one online. None of that. Probably like an hour after the conversation, I get 3 different text messages coming to my phone promoting the humidifier. I was like, yo, I turned my phone off. I was like, bro, that was so creepy. Like, I could not believe that happened. I was like, yo.
And this is another karmic retribution that we're gonna have to let go of eventually, because back then, if you look at our historical figures, they didn't have all this stuff. They wasn't giving their enemy the play-by-play. We on these platforms giving these people our play-by-play.
They know our whole life.
They know everything and they laughing.
Yes.
You gotta read the FBI records. We all probably on the FBI list. You can go look yourself up. You can look yourself up. They watching.
I watch CSI, the ID channel, INTV. I watch them doing all day. I watch them tap into people's phones. I watch them do all that. And
as soon as they hear certain words put together in a sentence, they're listening to you. If you notice, like if you say a certain sentence or a certain word, you'll start to hear your echo in the background.
And that guy, he exposed all that. That guy Snow, whatever.
Oh yeah,
he exposed all that.
So I'm glad you brought him up, because then he came out and turned into a woman. Edward Snow, his name is Brittany something now. He's a woman.
You lying.
I'm not lying. And where has he been since then?
Well, he can't come back here.
No, he can't. Yeah. He was in jail though. He was in military jail. They actually ended up getting him. It was Edward Snowden. His name is like Brittany something now. Same thing with John McAfee. He was hiding out in South America that was in like 08, 09, maybe my freshman year of college. And he was hiding out there. And now, where is he? Where's the man at? Right. They stole that man's security system that he had on the computer. He was telling people on CNN and CNN, they trying to kill me. They trying to get the science behind my virus system and how I'm putting viruses in everybody. Everybody know when you buy a laptop or a computer, what's the first thing you see when you open it? McAfee security system. And these people wanted that system because they want to be in all y'all computers, and he wouldn't let them. Right. Now where is he? Where is he at?
Yeah. You already know.
You already know where he at.
You already know that anything anything that goes against their system and what they've designed and stuff like that, you already know. If you come for it, they coming for you. Like, and they've shown that multiple times. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Even when the artists, like, you know what I'm saying, the artists, the rappers and stuff, when they come out and they call themselves exposed in their situation, well, they try to knock them off. Like, you feel
Yeah,
me?
because that's that karmic retribution. You shouldn't have been in there at the beginning.
Exactly. Like, you can't. They sign themselves up for that, and then
Want to get out of
they
it.
want to get out of it, and it's like, bro, you already sold your soul.
You should
like,
have known better from the
you
rip.
should have known better. You gotta want better. Like, you gotta want better. Like, you feel what I'm saying? This is not something new. Everybody now in this day and age already know what the industry is coming with. Everybody know that what they getting into. So if you signing up for that, then you signed up just for it. Like,
I feel
you feel what
sad
I'm
for
saying?
these Philly curators because they're going above and beyond to have these celebrities at their venue so they can overcharge these business owners to vend and perform at these events. And it's like you guys are middlemen to this illusion that you're continuing to allow to perpetuate y'all neighborhoods. Y'all still going broke to feed the pockets of the people.
Right.
And it's not right. I don't care if they are skin folk or not. They perpetrators too.
Yes, facts. You know what I'm saying? That's real.
Stop chasing the bag. The
Yes.
bag is going to lead to your demise.
Chase your health. Like,
Chase your health, chase your
health
dreams.
and wealth, and
Yes.
and building what is it called?
Build your village.
Generational wealth.
Yeah, the abundance
Like,
is
you feel
going to
what I'm saying?
follow.
Let me tell you something. This money that we spending is nothing. It's paper with ink on it, literally. Like, the real money
Cotton,
is
nigga.
silver and gold. Like, you feel what I'm saying? It's a difference between fiat and currency. Like, you feel what I'm saying? We dealing with fiat. We not dealing with currency. Currency is silver and gold. It's backed by something. You feel what I'm saying?
And land.
Yes, like, this money that we spending and that we striving so hard and breaking our necks for is nothing but paper. I just told somebody the other day, I'm not materialistic at all. It's been times where I've been dead broke and been able to do any and everything that I wanted to do. And there's been times where I've had thousands of dollars and was stuck in one spot and couldn't move. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, stop thinking this money is everything. No, it's definitely the root to all evil. They know what they're doing with this money. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and then our money not going into our communities. Like, you feel what I'm saying? They just, everybody talking about how Rihanna, Jay-Z, and Kanye, they billionaires now. But okay, our people as a whole still don't own 5% of the wealth here in America.
Right, they're also
demons.
demons.
Exactly. Like, our people still don't own 5% of the wealth. So what that they billionaires? You feel what I'm saying? Y'all all Joe blowing them, and it's like, okay, our people still screwed up. What schools have they established for our children? Because they got children too.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? What have they established for our people? Like, all our people so quick to worship these people, listen to their music, you know, rock their clothes, whatever they come out with, everybody on it. But, like, how much do they support y'all? Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, come on.
God
man.
is
Enough
angry
is enough.
at all this idolatry. Stop the idolizing of people
Yes.
and the idolizing of money and all
Yes.
this material stuff this matrix has told you that you needed to
Yes.
have because God got everything we need.
Yo, because when you leave, you ain't taking none of it.
Nope. And
You
God
ain't
gonna be
taking
right
none of
there
it.
like where your idols at.
Facts. Can call on them.
Listen
Call
to
on
Bobby
them.
Hemmett, y'all.
Facts.
He
All
gonna
right.
hear the truth.
All right, y'all.
We
Make
can
sure
see
y'all
it.
tune in, tap in, and join us live at 5 each and every Thursday via Talk Heavy Radio. We tapping out. Thank y'all so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you for coming in.
Make sure y'all follow my girl Sunshine Monet. Make sure y'all follow Talk Heavy Radio. Shout out to PQRadio1.com. Shout out to my girl GMB Ace, Lady Ace, for Trap and Paint Thursdays, because that's where I'm on my way to. Right?
Oh, that's where you going?
now.
That's where I might go.
Facts. Like, might as well pull up.
Might as well pull up. Skirt, skirt. Trap and pipe.
Period, y'all.
Oh, all
Talk
right,
Heavy
y'all.
Radio
Love y'all.
in the
Thank y'all for
building.
tapping in.